Welcome to the deep dive. Today, well, for all you harbor residents and ocean lovers out there, we're setting our sights on a place that's always buzzing the Channel Islands harbor. It's just packed with community, natural beauty, and so much activity. We're aiming to give you your essential guide to, everything that's been going on.
Precisely. We've gathered quite a bit of information from various sources, giving us this great 360-degree view. Helps us look back at the week that just finished and also peek ahead at what's coming up for this really incredible spot.
That's the idea. You'll get the full picture, think exciting events you might have missed, some crucial updates, and yeah, I'll look at all the fun and important stuff happening soon. Basically, your shortcut to being in the know about Channel Islands Harbor.
Our goal is really to pull out the key takeaways from all this info, connect the dots for you so you understand not just what's happening, but, why it matters to the community here.
Okay, let's dive right in. So kicking off our look back, let's start with something delicious. Chowder Fest. Big event, super popular, and it just wrapped up this past Sunday, September 14th, happened at the Channel Islands Maritime Museum.
Yes, the 6th annual Chowder Fest ran from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And what's really striking, I think, is just the sheer number of local restaurants and chefs that get involved. It's more than just tasting chowder. It almost acts like this, culinary showcase, giving some perhaps newer places a really visible platform.
That's a great point. And yeah, the lineup was fantastic. 14 local favorites. You had your regulars like Boatyard Pub, Fisherman's Catch, but also places like Ox and Ocean at the Zachary Dunes, Moquica Brazilian Cuisine, even Smoke and Steve's BBQ. Just a really diverse group.
And they weren't just handing out samples. No, they were competing. Attendees voted for the People's Choice Award and Team Spirit Honors. And you had judges deciding best chowder and most unique chowder. Winners announced on stage at 5 p.m. Always a bit of excitement there.
Definitely. And beyond the food competition, it was just a whole vibe, wasn't it? Endless chowder, obviously, but also live music from the Ragerit Trio. Museum tours were available.
You could even hop on a harbor cruise with Fish with the Finest.
Right. All with those, cool ocean breezes. Just a great afternoon. You could buy wine and beer too, of course.
And if we zoom out a bit, the impact is pretty significant. All the proceeds from Chowder Fest, they went straight to the Channel Islands Maritime Museum. It's a 501c3 nonprofit, which means it operates for public benefit. Donations are generally tax deductible, that kind of thing. They do great work preserving maritime history with exhibitions, events, educational programs. So that $40 or $45 ticket really supported a key local spot.
It really does show how one event can do so much. But not all the news is about food festivals, is it? There were some pretty important infrastructure discussions happening, too.
Yeah, you're right to bring that up. For folks in the area, the Channel Islands Waterfront Homeowners Association, the CIWHA, they had a significant update. And it really shows how tuned in the community is to these big projects. Actually, critical public comments for the City Council meeting about the Mandalay Bay Seawalls project, those were due earlier today, September 16th, by 3 p.m.
Wow, yeah, that's a tight turnaround for comments. Really highlights why you need to stay informed. So the Public Works Department was asking for approval for just over $2.5 million total for that project, specifically the West Hemlock Street seawall repairs.
That's right. $2,586,765 was the total figure requested.
And a big piece of that, around $2.2 million, was slated for the contractor, Jilk Heavy Construction, plus contingency and funds for engineering, inspection, project management, all the necessary overhead.
Exactly. And for anyone needing to get comments in, the process was specific. Email the city clerk before that 3 p.m. deadline. Make sure to note the agenda item and to point 2 for today's date. It really shows the formal and time-sensitive nature of public input on these city projects.
And tied into this, there were some reminders for property owners about their docks. Specifically, if someone uses your dock and, say, abandons a boat there, you, the owner, are responsible.
Those dock easements, which are basically the formal agreements between the homeowner and the city about using that space, they come with definite responsibilities.
But what stood out to me was the community effort around this.
Totally. During the seawall repairs, there's this effort to help homeowners relocate their boats. They actually try to connect people who need space with others who might have an empty dock.
Yeah, I saw that. Hemlock project owners were told to check the updates page. A volunteer even put together a sample wharfage agreement, like a rental agreement for dock space. And there's a form for people needing or offering space.
It's pretty cool. Really shows people pulling together to manage the disruption.
So yeah, from fun community events like Chowder Fest last week to these really practical infrastructure matters, the harbor's definitely got a lot going on. Always something happening. And speaking of things happening, let's shift gears and look ahead. We got some pretty big news this past Monday, September 15th, about a major event coming up. Sounds like it's going to bring some serious energy to the harbor area. What's the scoop?
Right. This is really interesting. It shows how CSUCI, Cal State Channel Islands, is really broadening its homecoming celebration. It's actually culminating in a pretty well-known festival right here in Ventura County. So homecoming week itself is October 6th through 11th.
Okay, October 6th to 11th. Sounds packed. What's on the agenda?
It really is packed. Kicks off Monday, October 6th with a pep rally. Then throughout the week, you've got a history of CSUCI exhibit, late night eats, Foodie Tuesday, some cool interactive stuff like Robots Unveiled, a street fair, even an outdoor movie night.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of campus spirit.
Oh, yeah. There's also a dolphin brunch and drag show and a comedy night featuring Frankie Quinones. You might know him from Hulu's This Fool. Tickets for that are like $5 general admission, $50 for VIP.
Wow, Frankie Quinones. And how does this connect back to the harbor itself?
Good question. So, to wrap up the week, the CSUCI Boating Center, which is right there at the Channel Islands Harbor, is hosting a Sunset Harbor Night. It directly links the campus festivities back to our local waters. Pretty neat tie-in.
That is cool. But okay, the news that really jumped out at me. The Pock House Festival, Saturday, October 11th. CSUCI is partnering with the Brandon Anderson Foundation. That's Anderson Pock's foundation. The Grammy winner. That feels like a really big deal for the area.
It is huge, and it brings this incredible vibe. It's an acclaimed festival known for live music from top artists, showcasing youth art, having wellness and education booths, food trucks, lots of family activities. Now, the public does need tickets, but there are discounts for CSUCI alumni and students. You can find those at pockhouse.org. And the mission behind it is fantastic. It's all about uplifting underserved youth and families, using music and culture to connect them with resources.
That's amazing. And the music, I mean, they haven't announced this year's lineup yet, right?
Not yet, no. But looking back, previous festivals have had people like Yene Echo, Rafael Sadiq, Corday, Masego, Thundercat.
Wow. Okay, so high caliber stuff. Definitely something to watch out for. All right, so shifting from that big festival buzz to something a bit more regular, a weekly favorite down by the water.
Ah, yes, you must mean the Channel Islands Harbor Sunday Farmers Market. It's such a perfect example of, community engagement, supporting local growers right there by the harbor, a really consistent source for fresh stuff and a bit of entertainment.
Exactly. Every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine. Find it at 3600 S Harbor Blee AVD, right next to the Marine Emporium Landing Shopping Center.
Yep. And each week, you've got over 30 farmers there. Fresh fruits, veggies, flowers, plus baked goods, garden supplies, arts and crafts vendors too. There's usually live music, adds to the atmosphere, makes for a really nice afternoon out. And important point, it's free to wander around.
Good to know. And looking ahead, the next one is this coming Sunday, September 21st. Then mark your calendars for October 19th, November 16th, and December 14th. Plenty of chances to check it out. Okay, also coming up next Sunday, September 21st, something for the car enthusiasts.
Oh yeah, the classic cars.
Yeah.
It's the 34th Annual British Car Club Show, Sunday the 21st from 9 in the morning till about 2:30 p.m., happening right there at the Channel Islands Harbor.
And they have a theme this year.
They do. It's celebrating the triumph through and they leave it at that. So a little bit of mystery there for attendees to figure out. Should be fun.
Intriguing. Okay, so beyond the events and the markets, there are these bigger projects, these significant developments really shaping the harbor's future. Let's talk about some essential maintenance work first. The dredging. Sounds like that's starting up again soon.
That's right. This really speaks to the ongoing need to, maintain the harbor's health and make sure it's fairly functional. And it ties directly into protecting the shoreline further down, which is, a huge environmental concern. So yes, dredging is set to resume in early October 2025.
And this is the Army Corps of Engineers doing this, right? In coordination with the car care.
Correct. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, LA District, working with Ventura County. It's routine maintenance dredging, something they've done periodically since the 60s. Last winter, the contractor, Manson Construction, dredged about 900,000 cubic yards, but the goal was 1.6 million.
So they're coming back to finish the job?
Exactly. They plan to dredge the remaining amount and actually increase the total, aiming for somewhere between 2.2 and 2.5 million cubic yards this cycle. And that dredge material, mostly sand, gets hydraulically pumped, basically pushed through big pipes mixed with water about a mile south. It's placed onto Hueneme Beach to help protect those downcoast areas from erosion.
Okay, so it's just a dual purpose. How long will this go on?
Well, operations are scheduled to start in early October, and they could potentially run through February 2026. And get this, it's a 247 operation.
24/7. Wow.
Yeah. Although the heavy equipment use on Silver Strand Beach itself is limited to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And they do plan to shut down for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, but they'll have a small crew keeping an eye on the equipment.
That's quite an operation. Must be noisy, but like you said, protecting those beaches is so important, isn't it?
It really is. It's kind of the hum of necessary work, I suppose. And speaking of shaping the future, there's another really exciting project taking shape over at Fisherman's Wharf.
Ah, you must be talking about Carl's Village. That's generating a lot of buzz. What's the significance there?
Well, this project, with its mix of culture and shopping and food, it really points to how the harbor's landscape is evolving, the vision for what it could become. It's easy to just see the eat, play, shop slogan, but I think the deeper thing here is how Carl's Village represents this calculated effort to bring in fresh, modern appeal while still honoring the harbor's maritime roots. That's a tricky balance for any coastal town.
And visually, they're already giving us a taste, right? With that mural going up on the lighthouse.
Exactly. A really colorful mural by Tracy Adams. She's known as the Dream Painter, a Simi Valley local. It's going up on the Fisherman's Wharf Lighthouse right now. It should be done maybe the first week of September. It's kind of an artistic heads up for what Carl's Village will be like.
What's in the mural?
It's got the Carl's logo, those words eat, play, shop, and sort of wave designs at the bottom. And Tracy Adams, she actually has a cool connection to the harbor. She won the Strawberry Festival poster contest back in 2014 with a design featuring the lighthouse.
Oh, neat connection. So this mural is like a preview for the big redevelopment by that German developer, Robert Dahl.
Precisely. It's heralding what's coming.
And the plans sound pretty ambitious. A market building, restaurants, family entertainment, cafe, bakery, celebrating maritime and agricultural culture, but keeping the lighthouse.
Yeah, keeping the lighthouse is key. The project's already got approval from the California Coastal Commission. Next up is sorting out building permits, pre-construction stuff. The target opening is 2028, so still a ways off, but definitely taking shape.
Okay, so lots of future plans. But the harbor isn't just about big events or construction. It's like always active with outdoor stuff, year-round adventures.
Absolutely. And that really taps into the Channel Islands' identity as a whale heritage area. It emphasizes, sustainable enjoyment of the marine environment, conservation efforts, and one of the most amazing things you can do is whale watching.
Oh, for sure. The Santa Barbara Channel, right off our coast here near Oxnard, is actually the 9th whale heritage area in the world. That designation recognizes the commitment to, coexistence between people and whales.
And the diversity is just incredible. A third of all whale species on Earth have been spotted right here. That's 27 species. We're talking gray whales, blue whales, humpbacks, fin, mink, sperm whales, pilot whales, even orcas, dowels, porpoises, bottlenose dolphins.
And didn't you mention rare sightings, too, like Frosty?
Yes. Frosty, a very distinctive pale juvenile Biggs killer whale, has been spotted out there occasionally. Really special sightings.
So cool. Is there a best time to go?
Well, timing can help. Gray whales are migrating typically mid-December through mid-March. Then the giants, the blue and humpback whales, are usually around mid-May to mid-September. But dolphins, you can see them pretty much any time of year.
And there are plenty of boats to take you out, right?
Oh, yeah. Island packers, Channel Islands whale watching, Channel Islands expeditions, Whales & Co., Doug's Tours, Central Coast Adventures on the Mystic Whaler, Pacific Offshore Expeditions. Lots of options.
Any quick tips if you're planning a trip?
Definitely dress in layers. It can get breezy out there. Comfortable shoes are a must. Check the marine forecast before you go. Get there a bit early. Binoculars are great. Maybe a waterproof camera, sunscreen, lip balm, and polarized sunglasses really help cut the glare on the water.
Good advice. Now, if you want to get even closer to the water, maybe under your own power, kayaks are perfect for that.
Totally. The Channel Islands Kayak Center rents them out hourly or for the whole day.
What's the water like inside the harbor for kayaking?
It's known for being really clear, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the clearest water in California, people say. Great chance to see sea lions lounging around, lots of marine birds, maybe crabs or starfish in the shallows. Rates are pretty reasonable, like $12.50 an hour for a single, $20 for a double in the harbor. Or you can rent for the full day to take to the islands. That's a bit more. Just remember, rentals within the harbor are first come, first served.
Okay, good to know. And for the anglers listening, the fishing's pretty legendary too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely renowned. The fishing grounds around the Channel Islands are incredibly productive.
Mm-hmm.
You can target halibut, white sea bass, sheephead, barracuda, yellowtail, rockfish, lingcod, even salmon sometimes, calico bass, sand bass, and even in the off-season, sand dabs are plentiful.
And who takes you out for that?
We've got Hooks Landing and Channel Islands sport fishing. And Channel Islands sport fishing, they actually do whale watching seasonally too. So options there for sure.
All right, just wrapping up with a couple of practical things. Good info for folks planning a visit, maybe heading out to the islands or just checking out the museum.
Yeah, these kinds of operational details, they just help people plan better, feel more prepared, makes the whole experience smoother, like parking safety if you're taking the ferry.
Right. For people taking the ferry from Ventura out to the Channel Islands National Park, is the parking lot safe if you leave your car for a few days?
The general feeling, based on what people report, is that, yeah, it's generally considered safe, even for multi-day trips. But, common sense applies.
Hide your valuables, basically.
Exactly. Conceal anything valuable, use a trunk cover if you have one, don't leave electronics or bags visible, standard stuff. But visitors do mention seeing security. The area is busy, lots of tourists, island packers employees are around, and security cars apparently patrol the pier area at night.
Okay. And are there other options if you're worried?
Yeah, some harbor area hotels might hold luggage for guests. Island packers themselves offer a luggage holding service too. And anecdotally, at least, people say Ventura doesn't seem to have as much of the smash and grab problem as some bigger cities.
Good to know. Okay, and finally, let's circle back to the Channel Islands Maritime Museum. We talked about Chowder Fest there, but what about visiting on a regular day?
Right, so their regular hours are Thursday through Monday, noon to 4 p.m. They are closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Admission's pretty reasonable,
Yeah.
$10 for adults, $5 for seniors and active military, and kids 18 and under actually get in free.
And the collection is worth seeing.
Oh, absolutely. It's genuinely world-class for a museum its size. You've got these amazing 17th century Dutch seascapes, dramatic 19th century English Romantic paintings, contemporary American maritime art, plus these incredibly detailed ship models.
The bone models, too, right?
Yes, the bone models are incredible, made by French prisoners during the Napoleonic Wars. It's the largest collection of that type in the Western U.S. Really intricate work.
Wow, and you can just wander around.
Yep, explore on your own, or they offer a free museum guide if you want more context. Plus, you get those great harbor views from inside. They have speaker events, other community things, and always rotating exhibits. So, yeah, always something interesting to see there.
Wow, okay, so recapping everything from amazing chowder competitions to vital seawall work, huge upcoming festivals like Pock House, the ongoing dredging, the future plans for Carl's Village, whale watching. It's just so clear the Channel Islands Harbor is this incredibly dynamic place, constant motion, deep community ties.
It really is. This whole deep dive, it just shows that interplay, doesn't it? Between celebration, community needs like infrastructure, and taking care of the environment, that ecological stewardship. Whether you live here or you're just planning a visit, kind of understanding all these different layers, it just makes your connection to this unique place that much richer.
So what's the takeaway for you listening? It means there's always something new happening here, always something to discover, get involved in, or even just sit back and appreciate. It reflects this really vibrant community that, honors its past, but is also actively building its future.
Mhm. And maybe just a final thought to leave you with something to chew on. As the harbor keeps evolving, these big projects like Carl's Village and the continuous dredging, how will all that development keep shaping the harbor's identity? How do you strike that balance between, say, economic growth and preserving the natural beauty, the history, the heritage for the future? How does the essential character of the Channel Islands harbor stay the same, even as it changes?
That is an excellent question to ponder. Really makes you think. All right, well, until our next deep dive, keep exploring, keep learning, and definitely keep enjoying everything the Channel Islands Harbor has to offer.